I'm Lucas Jones.
And I'm Rachel Jones.
And we made our pickboard into a reflex timing game.
When the game is just sitting idle, the light is blue and the screen is just displaying the result from the last played game. To start the game, you hit RB1, and while it's being pressed, it counts really quickly from 1 to 5 and waits that many seconds before lighting the light up green. You can see here I only got about 1 second. And then once it's green, you press RB0 and it'll show you your reaction time that it took from turning green to when you press the button. If you press the button before it turns green, the light turns red after waiting and the screen says cheater. And once it's done with that, you can just start the game again, and it won't change until the light is green, but you're fine to just go again.
After we got our pickboard working for the reflex game, we tested it with 3 of our friends. We called them Subject 1, Subject 2, and Subject 3. We measured the probability that their drunk test and the buzzed test and a sober test and compared the 3. First we have Subject 1 with his buzzed versus sober test. It is 97.69% positive that his buzz test has a higher reaction rate than the sober test. As for his drunk test versus his buzz test, it is only 88.91, but that's still significant for reaction time, especially if you're doing something like, I don't know, driving. And then for his drunk versus sober, the last test we did is 99.19, which is a very large percentage of being positive. Then we have a little bit of an outlier on Subject 2 for his drunk versus buzz test, with only a 10.53% positive that his drunk test was worse than his buzz test for his reaction time. This could be due to him drinking more often when he was out of the country at one point, or just how he reacts to alcohol, more alcohol than not. Otherwise, his other tests were about the same as Subject 1, with a 95.41 for his buzzed versus sober, and an 81.7 for drunk versus sober. Then Subject 3, we have buzz versus sober, which isn't as bad as the other 2, with only a 68.58 for the difference. The drunk versus buzzed, that's where the difference came up, is a 93.33%. And the drunk versus sober, which is all of them, we have 94.33% chance of the alcohol affecting this reflex time.